Greetings to all of humanity. It's a joy and a pleasure to be out here in nature and greeting you, bring this message of love to you, this message of emancipation to you, this message that would set you free if you only learn to look inwardly and accept the fact that you are the one that have the rights to the blessing. And that is what I want to speak to you about. I want to speak to you concerning Abdullah, our elder and ancestor who taught Neville Goddard that he had the right to the blessing. And when I say that he had the rights to the blessing, he taught him, first of all, that the Bible addresses the human mind and that it must be interpreted psychologically, that the Bible is not literal, neither is the Bible secular history. And that the story of Abraham and Sarah and Hagar, it's all an allegory. And that the Bible itself is an allegory. And it was written symbolically. Therefore, when you read Galatians 4:24, you will see why it tells that the story of Abraham is an allegory. And if the story of Abraham is an allegory, and it says that Jesus Christ came to the lineage of Abraham, and you trace that lineage, then it have to be allegory also. That's the reason why, my brother and my sisters, I always point you to look inwardly, for God is your own human imagination, which is the creator in man, and the story of Jesus Christ is your own biography, for the entire Bible is your story. It is your life story. It is your biography. Now, in Genesis, they speak about Esau and Jacob, and it teaches you that their father Isaac was blind. And when we look at the subconscious mind, we know that the subconscious mind is impartial. When we look at the womb of a woman, we know that it is impartial also. And when we look at Mother Earth, we see that it is impartial. Whatever you sow, that also you will also reap. So it's teaching you about the subconscious mind, how it is blind. It is teaching you that when you believe a certain belief of yourself and you impress it on the subconscious mind would give you back based on the feeling that it receives. So it tells you that Isaac smelled Jacob and said, the smell is that of Esau. He feel his skin and feel the hairy skin, and tell him that he feel like his son Esau because he would have disguised himself. And so we have to disguise ourselves by telling ourselves what we want and what we desire, instead of telling ourselves what we do not want, or thinking on the things that we do not want. We have to think on the things that we so want. And so it says that Isaac pronounced the blessing, and Jacob, because Jacob was willing to answer the question, are you the one entitled to the blessing? And he believed that he was the one that entitled to the blessing, and he received the blessing. So my brother and my sister, when you believe that you are the one who's entitled to the blessings, and that it is your divine right to live sumptuously, it is your divine right to live in good health, it is your divine right to enjoy prosperity, the blessing will come to you when you look inwardly and you understand that the subconscious mind normally acts blindly. Also, you will understand when it is said that the tares and the wheat gonna go together, because the earth is impartial. So if you sow negative thoughts, it will bring forth, and if you sow positive thoughts, it will bring forth also. So my brother, my sisters, Isa the hairy man is your outer being. It is hairy. And it has the mind of a hunter who believe you have to be a part of the rat race, who believe in competition instead of creation. Instead of going and compete, create. So Isa is the outer man, but Jacob is the inner man. And when you get in touch or attached to the inner man and believe in the inner man, you will declare, I am the one who's entitled to the blessing. Because you know that it is your divine rights. Also, when we look at the story of the prodigal son, we know that it's speaking about those of you who are willing and ready to be open-minded and break all doubt and fear and forget about self-preservation, because the brother that stayed home and was claiming righteousness by his good works is the one who embraced self-preservation and trying to justify himself, because he still eating from the tree of good and evil. He still judging things and believing that things could be good and evil. When his only thing can make it so. And so we see the story of the prodigal son is your own story. It is your own biography. That when you awake out of your stupidity and you come to understand how to look inwardly to discover your divinity, that you will no longer think and act like a swine. You will no longer be giving away your power, but you will know who's your father, because you will discover your royalty. You will discover your right to live sumptuously. And you will make an about turn. And then you will understand Romans 12, 1 and 2. You understand what it means to be transformed by the renewal of your mind. And with that renewed mind, you'll be focused on heading in one direction. And there will be a party for your homecoming. Because your Father knows how to give you good gift. When you repent, and repentance is a radical change of mind, a radical change of thinking, the way you see yourself, the perception you hold about yourself. And then you will say, you're the one that should wear the ring, kill the fatted calf. Let's marry. For you were once blind, but now we can see. You was a living dead to science and technology. They control you. You was giving you energy to the things that were created when you're supposed to be the creator. Now this is party time. This is celebration time. This is time to live in your God-given ability and creativity. This is time for you to live the life that you always wanted to live. This is the time for you to accept your divine rights to the kingdom that is within you by looking inwardly. That's the reason why Matthew 6:6 says that you must go into the secret place where the Father is. And that's why I always encourage you to go into meditation. And Psalm 4:4 says, you must commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still. So here we see Abdullah was teaching Neville Goddard that he is the one, and how to know that he is the one, and accept that he is the one that has the right to the blessing. He is the one who must receive the title deed. And not until you accept that you are the one who's worthy of the title deed, and learn to forget about the outer man and focus on the inner man, you will never be able to change from Jacob to Israel. and Israel mean to rule as God. So my brother and my sister, if you want to rule like a God, live like a God, act like a God, sect like a God, do everything like a God, you have to first of all think like a God. So that means, my brother and my sisters, are you the one? Are you the one that have the right to the blessing? Everything in this life is by a choice, and there's no one to blame and no one to change but self. That's the reason why I always point you to look inwardly. So that means, my brother and my sisters, if what I'm saying is resonating with you and you haven't subscribed as yet, I'm encouraging you to subscribe. And if you have subscribed and it's helping you, I'm encouraging you to share this thing with the world over. Share this message with each and every one. Share this message on your WhatsApp. Share this message on your Facebook. Anywhere you know, share this message, because what you give is what you would receive also. And feel free to like or to comment also. And remember, this message I bring to you, it is the single eye message of self-realization, of which Matthew 6:22 teaches you that if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. And I'm saying to you, my brothers and my sisters, when you have the experience, you put your hand on your crown chakra, because you come to realize that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N, and that it is the dawning of a new day in your life, and that the sun parallels the human imagination, the human imagination parallels the sun. For without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made, and without the sun, there is no life and there is no light. And we all know that it is the sun that powers all of humanity. Therefore, my brother and my sister, look inwardly and use your mind power to create your every desire, so you will be able to be of help to uplift the rest of humanity. So that being said, I want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.